In a small village, there lived a young man whose greatest enemy was not poverty, but the words of his own father. Every day he was reminded that he was a failure. Every day he was told his mates were making their families proud. But no one knew that the pressure building inside him would soon push him toward a decision that would change his life forever. For years, Chinedu had been trying to change his life. He studied business ideas, searched for opportunities, and believed that one day his hard work would pay off. But life had not been kind to him. And the person who reminded him of that every day was his own father. Suddenly, the door burst open. Chinedu's father walked in angrily, his clothes covered in dust from the long day. His eyes were filled with frustration.
Chinedu!
Yes, father.
The old man threw his bag onto the floor. He looked at his son with deep disappointment.
Do you know who I saw today?
No, father.
Musa's son. He just built a new house for his parents.
The father stepped closer, anger rising in his voice.
Your mates are buying cars. Your mates are building houses. But you're nothing.
The words hit Chinedu like a knife. But he remained calm.
Father, success takes time.
Time? What time? You've been saying that for years.
Then the father said something he had never said before. Words that would later haunt them both.
I regret the day you were born.
The room fell silent. Chinedu lowered his head, fighting the pain in his chest. But he still spoke calmly.
God's time is the best, Father.
Shut up, you nothing boy. Will God feed this family?
With those words, the old man walked into his room and slammed the door. Chinedu stood alone in the quiet house. For the first time in his life, his faith began to shake. The next morning, the village market was full of life. Traders shouted prices. Motorcycles rushed past. But Chinedu walked through the crowd with a heavy heart. Then suddenly, a black SUV stopped beside him. Chinedu turned around. Behind the car door stood a man wearing expensive clothes and dark sunglasses. It took him a moment to recognize him. Chinedu, surprised.
Victor?
Victor had been his classmate in secondary school, but the boy he once knew was now a completely different man. Rich, confident, powerful.
My brother, long time.
They sat together at a small bar near the market. Victor ordered drinks and studied Chinedu carefully.
I heard your father shouting yesterday.
Chinedu looked uncomfortable.
It's nothing.
You deserve better than this life.
I just need time.
Time? Your mates are not waiting for time.
Victor leaned closer and lowered his voice.
What if I told you there's a way to become rich? Very fast.
I'm not interested in anything illegal.
Victor smiled slowly.
My friend, the world is not as simple as you think.
What do you mean, Victor?
Then Victor placed a small card on the table.
If you ever get tired of waiting for God's time, call the number.
Chinedu stood up and began to walk away. But his father's words echoed in his mind.
I regret the day you were born.
Chinedu stopped walking. Slowly, he turned around. The card was still lying on the table. Victor was already gone. Chinedu stared at the number for a long moment. Then quietly, he slipped the card into his pocket. Far away in the city of Port Harcourt, a mysterious herbalist suddenly opened his eyes. As if he already knew. Another desperate soul had just entered his trap. And Chinedu had no idea that the path he had just chosen would soon demand a terrible sacrifice.